Ladies and gentlemen, day one of the Las Vegas Raiders OTA practice is officially in the books. Now, technically, it is day 3. However, it is day 1 of it being open to the media and us getting more news, notes, highlights, observations from today's practice. So what we're going to do in this video is break down everything you need to know. All those news, all the observations, all the highlights, we got you guys covered. However, before we dive into the video and break down everything you need to know about today's practice, I do need you guys to do me a little bit of a favor, and I want to start this video the same way I always do. Giving credit where credit is due, and that is with all of the Las Vegas Raiders media members that work so hard every single day to get these highlights out for us. Go follow them on X or Twitter right now before you do anything else, because you can get these highlights and news and notes before I do, right? Go follow them on Twitter if you haven't already done so. And with that being said, let's kind of talk about day 1 of practice. Now, this first clip, we see Geno Smith, warming up here, going through individual position drills with the quarterback coach as well. You see Cam Miller. You see Aiden O'Connell out here as well. Now, the Raiders are obviously my favorite team, but they have done the best job this offseason upgrading the 2 biggest positions of a football team. Not only quarterback, but also head coach, and bring in Pete Carroll. You're going to see a lot of Pete Carroll in this video, probably, in terms of just the energy that he is able to bring to this practice. We haven't seen anything like it before. Now, here's some footage of the, viral pre-practice type of workout that they go through. Some of the stretching drill on the left side. You can see some of the coaches going through a tug-of-war type of concept over here. And then for the players, you're seeing them just, go through workouts, right? Go through a little bit of, stretching and getting into the swing of things. Now, I will say before we start this video, Malcolm Koonce was out here practicing with the team today. Such a big sigh of relief that he's back out here, fully out here working with the team. Such a major upside for this team going forward. We also got to see a little bit of the newly extended punter, AJ Cole, one of the best punters in football, if I'm being quite honest with you. He was back out here today putting in some more work after getting that extension to stay with Las Vegas for the foreseeable future. But in this clip, you also see some other guys like 54. That is Jalen Smith. The Raiders have just signed him recently. You see Monty Gaynor out here wearing our 53. You also see 37, who I believe 37 is Trey Taylor, the 7th round pick of last offseason. See a lot of names out here on special teams getting active. You see number 3, I believe that is Zamir White, so he's at practice. We'll see how well he can, contribute, maybe not just on special teams, but maybe offensively behind Ashton Jeanty and Raheem Mostert. Now, here's some footage of Malcolm Koonce back out here on the field with Max Crosby. You cannot even guess how excited Patrick Graham is to get Malcolm Koonce back into the system and pair him up with guys like Adam Butler and Max Crosby and Tyree Wilson. Again, Tonka Hemingway, Charles Snowden, who they actually really like coming into the season. We'll see what happens with Christian Wilkins. He's still got a little bit, to go to getting back out here and fully practicing with the team. But to have Malcolm Koonce back, like I said, huge. Now, to follow up on Christian Wilkins, he was not at practice today, and he's struggling. It's a very challenging process to get back from that injury. Now, although he was here last week kind of going through stretch with the team, they're giving him some time to kind of rehab and hopefully get back sooner rather than later, but there is no real timetable on when Christian Wilkins will be back. But again, the only thing I really care about is getting this dude, Malcolm Koonce, back for the Raiders, and he's got that leg sleeve on. Hopefully, let's hope that this man could be a big-time contributor for the Raiders like he was going to be last year. Alright guys, so unfortunately they aren't allowed to show 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 film, but what I will say is we do have a lot to talk about in terms of that. So big shout to Mike Dixon on Twitter, big shout to Levi Edwards. They're covering the whole thing. Go follow them on X. You could find everything from practice. So according to Levi Edwards, the first interception of the day came from former Pro Bowl linebacker, guess, Jalen Smith. Yeah, Jalen Smith, the guy who they just signed a couple of weeks ago, coming out here, making a difference not only on special teams did we see, but we're also now seeing him get some interceptions during 7-on-7 and 11-on-11s during today's practice. Now, I do apologize because the footage does not match up to it. We're seeing some linemen and guys go through some drills, but this is all we really have. So I do apologize. We also saw two guys really flash today, again, according to Levi Edwards. Ashton Jeanty and a wide receiver. What do we think? Dont'e Thornton, the 6'5" speedster out of Tennessee, who doesn't have the greatest route tree in the world, going from Tennessee and playing at Oregon, right? A lot of skinny posts, a lot of go balls, but he had a good day today, okay? Now, the pick with Jalen Smith was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Jalen Smith was just, quite frankly, right spot, right time. Good for him. Jeanty was doing everything today. He had some good long runs. He had a good couple of catches on screens. Looks really good in open space. Everything that you would think about him, it's right? He had one catch from Geno Smith that was in the flat, about 5-6 yards on the gain. Nothing crazy. Now, here's some footage of Geno Smith. Before we get any further into this video, guys, I need you guys to do me a big-time favor. Really quickly, hit the like button if you want me to cover the Raiders throughout the entirety of this year's offseason. What does that include, per se? Well, all of OTAs we're going to be covering, which includes next week as well. We got mandatory minicamp. They'll get a break, and then from there, we'll get into training camp. But guess what? It doesn't end with just the practices throughout the offseason, but it just begins, and then you got preseason football. We're going to be breaking down all 22 coaches' film, and then you got regular season. So if you want more of these videos, hit the like button, but most importantly, do not leave without subscribing to the channel. If you want more of this content, it is free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family, and like I said, we got you guys covered throughout everything this year's offseason has to offer. We got you guys covered. With that being said, let's kind of take a deep dive back into more of today's practice. Again, we saw a lot of Geno Smith working with the weapons and Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers, and we saw Dont'e Thornton, Jack Bech, and Trey Tucker. All these guys are just putting in some work. We saw Aiden O'Connell step in and had a couple of really good reps. You can kind of tell that Aiden O'Connell is getting better, getting smarter, getting more into the swing of things here in the NFL. He's at not a bad couple of years, not a great couple of years, but you can tell he is progressing as time goes on. Had a nice completion on a third down to extend the drive. That is something that Mike Dixon reported on, so shout out to him. We saw Pete Carroll doing a lot of the high energy things. He was out there drinking like a Gatorade or something, just having fun out there. So you love to see, him doing all of that. Ashton Jeanty looks, or Jeanty, I don't know why I keep saying Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty looks very explosive. Every time he touches the rock, you can tell, there's a possibility that he goes all the way, which is obviously really fun to see, especially for this Raider team who ranked 32nd in every single running category there was last year. So hopefully he himself can help improve this team, and man, you guys need to get excited. This is it. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to end the video here, but we have a lot more to talk about. If you want that part 2 to come out, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in the next update. Maybe tomorrow. Peace.